throw error, incompatible types, unexpected return value. Okay, unexpected return value, because you are not allowed to return. Okay, and it is optional, so I am removing it. Hope you understand how to create void, non-void methods. What is allowed, what is not allowed is clear to all. Now, what are the different ways we can call? We can call a method in 5 ways: directly by its name as a single statement, as a variable assignment, as an expression operand, or as a method argument, return value. Okay, first let me try void method. Okay, tell me, can I call void method directly it's by name? Yes, allowed, no problem. Okay, then what happened when I call directly by its name? Compiler go to example class, M1 method, logic executed, coming back. Now, if you call as a variable assignment statement, what compiler will do? Compiler verify right side assigned value is in the range of this. Is the right side assigned value is of type int or not? In the range of int or not, checking. Example.m1. M1 method type is what? M1 method type means return type. M1 method type is what? Void. Void means doesn't return any value. Then what value can be stored in int? Compiler will throw error. It's not possible to store. Incompatible types. Void cannot be converted to int. Okay, next. Can I use void method as a method argument? Sorry, expression operand? Not possible. If you write a plus operator, okay, first we are reading the m1 value, trying to add to value 20. Now you call example.m1. Example class contain m1 method whose type is what? Void. How can I add void with the 20? Not possible. Compiler throw error. Void type not allowed here. Okay, and next, now I'm commenting. Can I pass SOPLN as an argument? Okay, as argument to the method println of example.m1. M1 method return type is what? Void. How can you pass void to println? Not possible. Compiler will throw error. Void type not allowed here. Okay, then now I'm trying to call our own method. Let's say I have my own method called m2 method, m3 method I have, m3 of semicolon. As a m3 method argument, I'm calling m1. Is it allowed or not? Look at there, I have method called m3. It's a no parameter. Okay, let me take a parameterized method. I'll take it as a m3 as int x. Static void, static int m4. What are the value came as argument? That value I am trying to display. Now look at here. I'm calling m3 method by passing m1 as an argument. Is it allowed or not? Not allowed. Compiler throw error. Cannot find symbol. Method m1. Method m1 not there. Oh, sorry. I have to call example dot now. All right. So now we're getting compiled error. Void type not allowed here. So void type not allowed as a variable assignment. Void type not allowed as an operand. Void type not allowed as a argument. Okay, then now I'm creating one method here. Let me take another method, static void, static return type int m5 method I'm writing. I'm placing here return example dot m1. M1 method is a void method. Can I take it as a return type int? No, not possible. Compiler throw error. Okay, what is that? Incompatible types. Void not converted to int. Okay, I'll take void as void. Okay, if you take void after return semicolon, you cannot return any value now. So compiler throwing an incompatible type, unexpected return value. You cannot place return any value here. So now final conclusion, a void method can be called only in one way. That is what? Directly by its directly as a single statement. Directly as a single statement. When I call directly as a single statement, then what happened? If we call directly as a single statement, what happened? Now compiler searching, JVM searching for M1 method in example class. In example class, M1 method is available and output coming on the console what? M1. And then control come back to calling place. Okay. And now let me try to understand non-void method call. How many ways we can call non-void method call? You can call non-void method directly by its name as a single statement. If you call as a single statement, any compile time error, control go to example class M2 method. M2 method, message displayed on console, return 5. 5 return to calling place. And now this example.m2 is replaced with value 5. Is there any problem? The return value 5 is loss because you are not storing, you are not printing. The value 5 not stored, not printing. Then the return value is loss. Okay, the return value is loss. Any problem? No problem. I'm giving 100 rupees to you. You don't want to spend that 100 rupees. As a helping person, I want to give 100 rupees. I gave. Then after that, how you are using that 100 rupees, that is your headache, not my headache. So if the method is a void method, you can call that method only as a single statement. If method is a non-void method, you can call it as a single statement. Return value is a loss. Then now I'm trying to call this method. I'm trying to call this method as a variable assignment statement. Any problem here? No problem. M2 method is again executed. M2 method is again executed and message displayed in the console is M2. Return 5 value again return and stored in where? X variable memory. Okay, 5 is stored here. Many students are having a wrong thought. Okay, return keyword will return the value to console and display on the console. Is it right or wrong? Wrong. Anything is displaying console only because of system.out.println. As long as you are not using system.out.println, the value will not be stored anywhere. The value will not be displayed on the console. So here the return value you are storing in a variable, so it will store in a variable. Sir, I want to display that value. What to do? Okay, so let me show you. Control 1 compile output. I'll show you missing return statement. Where missing return statement? Look at the output M1 and the next output is coming what? M2. 2 times I call M2 method, 2 times. 5 is displayed or not displayed? Not displayed. If you want to display 5, what I need to do? I must display X variable explicitly. System.out.println X when you write. Now, 1 minute, buddy. Let me disable that. Look at that. Now I am getting output 5 on the console. This 5 we are getting on console because of SOPLN X. So finally, is return statement return value to calling place but not onto console. Okay. Okay. Now try to answer this one. If I call system.out.println example.m2 directly, then what happens? Now M2 method is executed. M2 message is displayed on the console. Then return 5. 5 is written and substituted here and passed to println. I want to execute method and I want to display return value. Then call method directly in SOPLN. Program compiled successfully and executed successfully. Look at the output coming M2 and return value 5. 2 SOPLNs executed. Inside M1 method 1 SOPLN, so M2 message, and in main method another SOPLN, so return value 5. Okay, now Then into y equal to example dot m2 plus 20. Bolo. Here if you write example dot m2 plus 20, what the meaning of it? Execute m2 method, substitute the return value here, and then add it to 20. M2 method return value 5. 5 plus 20, 25. 25 displayed as stored in y, stored in y. But at this line number, what is displayed on the console? Only message M2 is displayed. If you want to display result, I should display what? Y. Display as open y, y is 2. Okay, M2 25. And next tell me. I wanted to pass M1 as an argument to M3 method. Is it possible? Yes. Okay, what do you write now? Example dot M2. Now control go to M2 method. I mean M3. First will control go to M2 method. Yes or no? Before M3 method, first M2 should execute. Control go to M2 method. And what is displayed on the console? M2 displayed, 5 written. The 5 substituted here. And 5 pass as an argument to M3 method. X variable receiving 5. And now M3 plus 5 is displayed on the console. Look at the control 1. Output is M2, M35. M2, M35. Okay, na? All are you understanding? Can I call example.m2 as a return type of another method? Yes. But when this M2 method executed, M2 method is executed only when M4 method is called. Okay, M2 method is executed only when M4 method is called. So inside main method, I'm calling M4 method. All the people guess yourself and tell me what is the output. I call M4 method. What is the output display in the console? Tell me. I'll wait. First, what is displayed? M2 displayed, M4 displayed. First M4. Then M2 you call. Then control come to M2. Then return 5. 5 return to calling place. Then example.m2 is replaced with 5 and that 5 is given to return keyword. Return keyword return the 5 to calling place. Are you using that 5 here? No. Then what is the output get? M4, M2. Are people understood? And tell me, if you want to display that 5, what I need to do? Same procedure you have to follow. Okay, you are right. Variable assignment or SOP argument or expression. No, for just understanding purpose, I am writing system dot out dot println of M4 I call as argument. Control 1, control 2. Output is M4, M2, 5. Okay. Can I hope all you people understand this program? Yeah, please take screenshot and try this program in your system. Take screenshot and try in your system. Completed? Huh? Okay, I have explained program with primitive data types. Okay, this is the way you have to write arrow marks and understand yourself. Okay, I completed with the primitive data type. Now can you work with the reference data types? I want you to take class as a return type. I give one small program, you try now. Write this program. This is a project on void, non-void methods. Write down please. Write and try to develop. I am waiting. Okay, you try to write this code and try to write code. Here I've also given some examples to you. Sample code test program I given here. A template I given here. You try to develop. Don't just write question and don't sit silently. Try to write a program. Try to write a program. Okay, how many classes you need to develop? 3 classes: student class, college class with 2 methods, and test class with the main method to call these 2 methods. How to write these classes I given clarity here. Okay, clearly everything I have written. Try to develop program. Don't sit silently. Yeah, tell me, is it completed? Can you able to write code? First, what you need to do, you must create a class student with instance variables. How many variables you have chosen? 4. Static int SNO, string SName, string course, double fee. 4 variables, right? Class student, student number, student name, course fee. Then next step what? In a class college, define void method, non-void method. Now inside void method, what I'm asking, create student class object, initialize it with the HK values, display those values in this method itself. That means are you returning any value from this method? No, because not returning any value from this method, the method return type will be void. This is what I'm asking. Void m1 static s1, student s1 equal to new student. Then all these 4 variables are provided memory. Then I'm initializing in those variables s1 dot s1 dot s1 dot s1 dot. Then display. So the from this method, I am not returning any value. Hence the return type of the method will be void. Next, what I told you, inside a non-void method, create student class object, initialize it with bk values, return this object to calling method. Now you try to answer. If you want to return student class object, return type of this method must be student. Look at that. Static student m2, method return type should be m2, student, then student object created, here student object. Here also initialize, here also initialize. What is the difference between m1 method, m2 method? In m1 method, I display values. That's why return type is void. In m2 method, I am creating object, I am returning object. If you want to return object, method return type should be s2 type. What is s2 type? Student. And then in a calling method means main method, display values from the return object student. So I want to call, I call example.m1, call example.m2. Okay. And how many ways I can call m2 method? Because it's a return type method, 3 ways we can call. Directly I can call, as a variable assignment I can call, and as a SOPLN argument also I can call. Hope everyone understand. This is what I ask you to develop. Are you able to develop or not? If not able to develop, please write down. In place of example, you can take here as a college, or you can take example also, it will okay, no problem. Are you writing or already written? Can you tell me the execution flow? Can you tell me execution flow? Is there any difference in execution flow of primitive data type and reference data type? No difference. Same story, same flow of execution, right? Hey, from tomorrow for 1 week, can you come 7 a.m. also? Not 1 week, 3 days. 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. also, can you attend? Any of you cannot attend? Okay, people who cannot attend, respond. Okay, sir. No need to come. Okay, not required. Okay, I'll teach in our regular class. Okay, just 3 days. If you come, on chapter will be covered there. Okay, okay. Agreed. No need to come to 7 a.m. Okay, fine. Then I'll try to answer here. What the flow of execution? Example.m1 when you write, control will go to m1 method. Then first statement, student s1 equal new student. Now student class object is created with all these 4 variables memory with the default values. Then s1.snO, s1.sname, s1.codes, s1.fee. These 4 lines, okay, will store these values in this object 101 HK core Java 1000. Then system.out.println will display these 4 values on the console 101 HK core Java 10,000. Then control come back. Now I have a question. When control come out of this method, the local variable s1 is destroyed. Na? When it is destroyed, the reference to the object is also destroyed. And then this object is dash destroyed. This object is destroyed. No, object is not destroyed. Object is available in the JVM. Later it is destroyed. JVM will destroy it later some other time. That later destroying concept is called eligible for garbage collection. What we call eligible for garbage collection. So when you unreference object, is that object destroyed? What is your answer? No. Then what happened? It is eligible for garbage collection. Okay, now? And now, when you call example.m2, what happens? Control go to m2 method. Student has to new student. Student object is created with, again, one more copy of all 4 variables memory with the default values. Then s2.sno equal to s2.s1 equal to whenever write this statement. Now this object initialized with Balai Babu values. And then return s2. What the meaning of return s2? Object returner, object memory returner, or s2 memory returner, or s2 value returner. S2 value. What is the value of S2? 2020. What is 2020? This object reference. 2020 substituted here, given to return keyword returning 2020 here. Are we using the 2020 in this line? No. Then what happened? Just object is dropped. Okay. Object is not using. Then what happened in the program? This S2 variable is destroyed. Reference is destroyed. And this object is, anybody can tell me? This object is eligible for garbage collection. Engine gear clutch. EGC, engine gear clutch, eligible for garbage collection. Okay, na? Next, tell me. Now, next point, try to answer. Control is going, next line. Here what happened? S3 variable memory created. Example.m2 called. Again method call. Then the statement again executed. Then one more new object created. S2 variable again created. One more new object with a new reference 3030 created. And now again these statements are executed, initialized. Return S2. Now second time S2 variable returns what value? 3030 will return. And now tell me, the 3030 return substituted in example.m2 place. Assignment operator stored 3030 inside S3 variable. Now S3 variable pointing to this object which is written from M2 method. When controller coming out of M2 method, this S2 variable memory destroyed na, unreferenced na. Is this object eligible for garbage collection? Is this second object eligible for garbage collection? When an object is eligible for garbage collection, when it is fully unreferenced. This 3030 object is not eligible for garbage collection because it is referencing from S3 variable from main method. Okay, got clarity? Yeah? And using S3 variable down statement system dot out dot print S3 dot S3 dot S3 dot. Can I read all these four variable values? The object created in M2 return as value back to the calling method. Inside that method by using reference variable, can I read all values? Yes. Now you yourself write that S3 dot like how I have written in main method, I mean M1 method. And also can you explain here what happened when I write example dot M2 method? Control go to M2 method again. S2 variable again created, new object again created. Again it is initialized, then return S2. This time it return in 1010 or 2020 or 3030 or 4040 or 4040 return. And 4040 return to SOPLN. SOPLN will display 4040 on console. No. Remember class name at the rate hash code displayed, I told you. When you display object, what is displayed in the console? Class name at the rate hash code will be displayed. So try this example by your own in your system. Okay. Tell me any doubts in this void non-void method story? Or all people are comfortable? Explain void non-void method with primitive data type, void non-void method with reference data type. Both I have explained. In primitive data type, when you return value, value will be written. 5 return, 5 will go. 10 return, 10 will go. In the object case, if written object copy, memory copy will not be written. Object reference will be written so that the return variable and original variable both are pointing to same object. Okay, now while working with void non-void methods, we are using return keyword, return semicolon, return value semicolon. It is used for returning control from method or from a constructor without value. It is used for returning control from a method with value. It is allowed only inside void methods. It is allowed only inside a non-void method. The returning value must be compatible and lesser value than return type of this method. Return semicolon optional to place, placed by compiler. Mandatory to place, compiler will not place by compiler. I mean, it will not be placed by compiler. What is the rule on return semicolon? Return semicolon is allowed only inside constructor or inside a void method. Return value semicolon is allowed only inside a non-void method. Both return semicolon, return value semicolon are not allowed inside static block or non-static block. Another, after return value return semicolon and return value semicolon, we are not to place any statement directly because they are unreachable. So these are the 4 rules you ought to remember while working with return statement. So these are the differences. This is the rules. Please take screenshot. Differences. Then these are the rules of return statement. These are total number of values of void, non-void methods points. Please read all points covered or not. If you have any doubts, please ask. Yeah, you can return subclass reference also. Lesser type, no? Subclass is lesser type, you can return. Okay, hope all points are covered. Everything is comfortable to you. Now moving to the next type of methods. We completed void, non-void methods. Now I'm moving to the next types of method, parameter and non-parameterized methods. So these are the points you have to learn under parameterized, non-parameterized, totally 12 points. Try, understand? What is a parameterized method? Now I'm trying to write something here. I'm writing something here. Void, static or non-static, your wish. Void M1 of open bracket, closure bracket. Tell me, it is a non-private static void non-parameterized method. Next I'm writing static void M2 open bracket, closed bracket. It is what? Static void. Here I'm adding int x. And now tell me, it is a parameterized method. It is a non-parameterized method and it is a parameterized method. So what is the concept need to understand here? What is a parameter and non-parameterized method? A method which is created without parameter is called non-parameterized method. A method that is created with parameter is called what? Parameterized method. On what basis we must decide the method is parameterized or non-parameterized? When method logic execution doesn't require. For executing method logic, if you not require any values from other programmer, define your method as a non-parameterized method. For executing your method logic, if you need a value from other programmer, then define method with parameter. I can read value from the keyboard by using scanner. I can read value from database by using JDBC. I can read value from the file by using IOStream. But if you want to read value from other programmer when your method is called, only one option we have, that is parameter. So what the need of parameterized method? Parameterized methods are used for receiving inputs from other programmer when method is called to execute this method logic. Tell me, is your body have parameters? Is your body have parameter? Is your body has parameter? Yes. Your ears are parameters. Sending input to your parameter ears. From the ear now background logic is executed. If it's a good news, you are enjoying. If it's a bad news, you are feeling sad. So who are you? You are a parameterized method or non-parameterized method? You are a parameterized method. Are you okay? Now fine. Then now I have a question. If I want to take parameters for reading values from other programmer, how many parameters I should create? What type of parameter I should create? In which order I should create? It is depending on your method logic. What type of values you want to read from other programmer, the type of parameters. How many values you want to read? Those many parameters. In which order you want to read? That order. On what basis we must decide parameter type, list and order? Depending on methodology. What type of values this method logic want? What type of, how many values this method logic want? In which order you want to read those values, and all based on that decision you have to take. Next, how other programmer can pass argument? How the other programmer can pass argument? By calling method. Call M2 method by passing argument 5. What is a parameter? What is the argument? Parameter is nothing but the variable declared in method parenthesis. Argument is nothing but the value that is passing as input to method parameter. Okay, na? Next, what are the rules in creating parameterized, non-parameterized method? In creating parameterized and non-parameterized method, there are no rules. That means if you define a method with parameter, there is no rule that this parameter value should use inside method. It's up to your wish. If you want to use, otherwise just ignore it. You can take value from other programmer. After taking value from other programmer, there is no rule that you must read value here. Either your wish, you want to read, otherwise not required to read, leave it. What the rules in calling parameterized, non-parameterized method? Tell me, can I call this M1 method by giving argument? No. Non-parameterized method must call without passing argument. Parameterized method, can I call without passing argument? No. Compiler throw error. If method is a parameterized method, I must pass argument. What type of argument I should pass? It must be the parameters type or its lesser range type. Okay. Next, if it is a what you call multiple parameters method, those many arguments you have to pass in the same order in which the parameters are defined. Okay, that is the rule in calling non-parameterized method. And then sample project. Well, I'll show you first primitive data type wise, and then I will show you reference data wise. Are you ready? Now look at these method calls. These are the method definition. These are the method calls. Both M1, M2, M3 methods and main method defined in the same class. Okay, which lines are error, which line is not error? Just find out. Tell me now. M1 no arg, right or wrong? Right. M1 of 5, wrong. M1 of no arg, wrong. M2 of 5, right. M2 of 5, 6, wrong. M2 of 5L, wrong. Single quote A, right. M2 of true, wrong. M3 no param, wrong. One param, wrong. 5 comma double quotes A, right. Double quotes A comma 5, wrong. Hope you all understand. When calling method, what you need to pass, what you should not pass. Okay. So this is a simple topic about parameterized, non-parameterized method, all the points. Now, can you please try to develop this project now? I explain you primitive data types. I want you work with reference data types. Now, come and try. Try to write this code and try to write program. Write question and try to develop code. Tell me, did you complete code? Are people able to get an idea how to write code? How many classes you need to develop? 3 classes: class employee, class company, and test company. Inside employee, you define the fields, declare the fields. Then inside the class company, you have to define 3 methods. Clearly, I have given you already. I want what I want. This second method must receive employee class object. Okay, first method, receive employee class object. If you want to receive employee class object, the parameter must be employee. Na? Display its value. How to display? E1 dot, E1 dot, E1 dot. That's all over. The next second method, receive employee class object, same employee object receive, display this employee object annual salary. Annual salary means, are you going to take all values? No. From the employee object, you are taking only one value. What that one value? Salary only you are taking. Okay. E dot sal. Reading sal value and then multiplied by 12, displaying the result. Next, third method, receive employee class object, increase this employee object salary by 20%. That means again this increase salary method will receive the employee object, E dot, what code you write? Retrieve the salary and multiply by 20 by 100 and then add it to the original salary, right? So these 3 methods, receiving employee object, separate copy in a same object receiving. Whatever object you created in the main method, the same object will be available in this method, right? That means when you pass object as an argument to a method, object copy will not be passed, object reference will be passed. Come on, everyone understand? Object reference will be passed and parameter variable, original variable are both are pointing to same object. Okay, now look at here. This is the code I expected you to develop. Okay, please verify able to develop same code or not. I want you draw memory diagram by your own. If you draw, it's okay. If you are unable to draw, I will help you tomorrow. Okay. First, I want all you people try by your own. If you try by your own, you will get a clarity. You will get a complete idea. Okay. I requested you to come to class by 10:15, but by 10:30 also people are not coming to class. Why? 10:15 not possible still? I mean 9:15. I requested you come to the class by 9:15. Still people are unable to come 9:15. Can you join by 9:15 from tomorrow? Any of you cannot join by 9:15? Okay, if you have 9:15, if you have any other class, okay, try to take your parent mobile, father or mother mobile, last 15 minutes. First 15 minutes you watch from your father mobile or mother mobile, or you laptop one class and from mobile another class you join. Okay, all people are attending online class only, na? First 15 minutes anyways I'll give you revision, and another class last 15 minutes maybe writing program which you have already understood, right? So try to manage. Tomorrow onwards I'll start class by 9:15 sharp. Okay, na? Not required 7 a.m. 7 a.m. no need to come. Okay, tomorrow onwards class I will start by 9:15 sharp. Okay, remember, and join class by 9:15. If you miss class first 15 minutes, you are missing revision. So don't miss tomorrow class. Please take screenshot or else you can write and leave. Okay, right, I'm leaving now. If you people wanted to write this program and leave, or else take screenshot. Okay, I can need to shut down system. Take screenshot. Take screenshot and copy into your book and then try to write code. Okay, I mean, try to draw memory diagram and try to answer. Anyways, tomorrow I'll explain you with memory, but before you only try. So that's all for today class. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll continue next topics. Okay, tomorrow class is very important for your project's development. Don't miss tomorrow class. Bye bye. See you at 9:15 tomorrow. 9